Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Mixed Feelings podcast. I'm your host, Zayd Mitchell, and alongside me, okay, not alongside me, but very far alongside me, we have Maurice and Malik. Say hi, boys.
Hi.
Hello.
Yo, is that all?
You told us to say hi, bro.
I feel like
you,
if the
you
people
said
have
it.
watched the previous two episodes, they should know our voices by now. But in case this
Yeah.
is like their first episode, I am Malik and I am not Maurice.
No,
Malik's
no,
the
no. If this is the first episode, please go back to the first one and watch it up till now. Okay,
yeah.
wait, that will only work if this was released. It's not released yet.
Doesn't listen, bro. But he's basically he's basically saying what's in the biblical order. That's all he's saying.
Biblical
Yeah,
order.
But the thing is now, Malik is the guy with the raspy voice. I'm the guy with the deep voice. So that's how you tell us apart.
and I have a kid voice.
Basically.
Even though I'm the second oldest. Malik's the youngest. I'm the second oldest. Maurice is the oldest.
I'm the old Bali.
Yeah, he's gonna be. Maurice, guys, is turning 30 in this year. So,
Oh, yeah, that lie.
Oh, and I'm glad to announce that Zayd is cocaine free. A week cocaine
I
free.
was
He
never
went
cocaine.
he went to rehab and finally jujued on that beat. So he
So
is
quick.
now clean. Yes.
Bruh, how can I go to rehab so quick? How long was it ago that we did
Oh,
the.
do you need to go longer? It's no problem if you need to be there longer.
No, what I'm trying to say is you can't rehabilitate so quick.
But I said,
Not with that attitude.
Paranitas cross, and he said, "Nah, I'm good now."
He didn't let me cook.
Uh, uh,
Anyway, I don't know where that came from. We just went off topic. But okay,
What do
we
you have for us?
decided
Zaid? What do you have
we
for us?
decided
Oh, sorry.
okay, yeah, don't worry. Me and myself and Maurice decided. Actually, Maurice and myself decided
or, or
decided yeah.
you could have just said Maurice and I decided.
Anyway, we decided when Malik wasn't around, we decided that it would be best to start with a story every time we start a new podcast. Malik, you're new to this, so give your input, please. Are you okay with it?
Oh, I was busy while they were what conversating. I'm fine with that, but it all depends on whoever has a story. My life is pretty boring, so I doubt I'll always have a story to tell.
Don't lie,
But I do
don't
have
lie.
one. But I do have one.
You see, you have one already. We all have crazy eventful lives. I bet Maurice experienced a story every day of his life.
What?
Something happens there.
I do have a story, but yeah.
Yeah, anyway, let's start with my story that happened 2 days ago. What is today? Saturday, right? So it happened Thursday. Anyway, I took my mother to the supermarket to go shopping, right? We went early in the morning, like about, okay, I don't know if that is early, like past 11 side, right? And then I took her to the supermarket. We got finished at the supermarket on our way home, right? Get home, and we unpack whatever we must now bought and whatever. Now, I don't know if I told you guys about this neighbor next door me that I said is playing the music earlier, right? She has a son and a daughter, but the daughter is like a few months old, and the son I think is about 3 years old. You know, he's by that irritating age. You know,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
this guy is just he's a menace, bruh. I don't know how to put it. He's a menace. I think they spoil him too much, but I can't with him. He's such a menace, bruh. Like, look here, before they moved in, right, we had other neighbors in that house, and they had dogs, and the dogs were already a nuisance, even at night when you want to sleep, and then the dogs are like barking. But now, instead of dogs, we have this menace here next door. Right. Now, this story is basically how I got my revenge on this boy. Right. Now, after we came from the supermarket, we unpacked everything, and then my mother realized while she was unpacking that she didn't buy butternut, right? Do they have butternuts in other countries, Malik?
Probably.
Probably it's probably called, yeah, it's not. I think it's called a cantaloupe. Cantaloupe
Okay,
in other countries.
okay.
It's a tree.
But so we call it butternut over here, right? And then, I had to go get basically about 2 butternuts
Yeah,
by
it's
a
cantaloupe.
stolchi. By a stolchi. Now, guys, please note, a stolchi is like a small shop that someone
A
puts up.
pop-up shop. A pop-up
Yeah,
shop.
basically, and they would sell like fruit and veggies. Okay, so, but we have one like right down the road by us, not that far, but I definitely didn't want to walk, so I took the car. So I drove to the stolchi. I bought the butternut, and I was on my way home. I didn't even take that long. I was just in and out. But
Hold
on my way
hold
home,
on, sorry, hold on. It's butternut is not cantaloupe. Cantaloupe is sweet melon. I think butternut is it squash?
It's squash. I was thinking
No.
now earlier. It's called squash, isn't it?
It's squash.
squash. No, squash is those round things.
I don't
Squash is
know.
that round things, yeah.
Hold on. Maybe butternut
not
is a thing of its own.
Anyway, I was on my way home.
Yeah, butternut is squash.
What? How can that be?
It's
But
called
look-
butternut squash.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, anyways.
Anyway, I was on my way home. I was like a few meters from my door. I was just about to pull in the car, and then I saw him like playing in the road with his ball, right? And then all the memories of him being a nuisance flooded through my head, and don't worry, I didn't bump him now. Please don't. I'm not a horrible person. I didn't bump him or anything. I just revved the car as hard as I could. Plus, I hooted, and he had such a fright, bruh. I'm telling you, he jumped, he levitated, he floated, bruh. He was, bruh. You could see the shock on his face, and he ran home shouting, "Mama." I think I gave him that's PTSD right there, bruh. Because I didn't. Yeah, he usually play in the road. Like right about now, no, he should be in the road, but he isn't. And I think that's because of me. Because every day before this incident happened, he's been in the road, bruh, playing with his ball and playing with his friends. But he's not outside anymore, and I wonder whose fault is that. Anyway, the moral of the story is he's never gonna be the same. I mean, I didn't even hear him once today making a noise, so he's probably still traumatized.
What did he even do to you that those actions were warranted?
I don't really want to talk about like what they do in the house, but he likes to like throw tantrums and shout, and seeing that. Yeah.
So I was gonna say, is it that same boy when I was over by you for New Year? Is it that same boy who tried to like pull on the cats and stuff?
Yes. Did you see him? Did you see the rascal? Did you see that rascal?
Okay, yeah.
Anyway,
I can understand now.
Yeah, I think they spoil him, man. And he takes advantage, and if he doesn't get what he wants, he like throw a tantrum and he starts screaming until they give him what he wants. Even if his mother shout at him, he doesn't listen, bruh. We'll tell him to stop it. And seeing that my window, my bedroom is like right next to their house. You know, I can hear him in their yard. So it's crazy. This bruh is a menace. Anyway, I solved that problem. For now.
By mentally scarring a child, you call that solving a problem. By scaring a literal child. Yeah. And you say you're not one of those people. I thought you became a reformed man after the cocaine, but it seems I was wrong.
Be glad I didn't run him over, okay?
What?
I think Zayd on cocaine would have done that.
No, I did not do cocaine. Anyway, that is the story. Guys. So, do you have anything to share like that? What happened to you guys in the past? Not in the past, but in this week, maybe, or
Malik,
last week.
Malik, do you want to go first, or should I go first?
Who has the more recent story? Because mine is like what, 2 years ago? A year ago? 2 years ago?
Mine is literally in this week.
So, yeah, I was talking about stories that happened recently. But anyway,
that's why I said I do not have any recent stories. But this is a story I've been wanting to tell.
Okay.
Yeah, that counts.
Okay,
that counts.
Why don't you go first, because mine is so recent I'll still remember it, so it's fine. You go first, Malik.
Okay, so this is the story of a gay dude that messaged me on Facebook Messenger.
Oh no!
So I'm just loving my life, going through my phone and everything. I go into Facebook. I see there's a notification marker on the Messenger tab. Tap on the tab. See, there's a message from what I assumed at first was a woman, because there was a feminine name on the profile. Now, people here in this country, in South Africa, they tend to message first and then not have a conversation afterwards. So they would say hi, you would say hi back, and then they would not continue the conversation. So that has happened a few times, until one day, this person, who shall not be named, decided to continue the conversation. So the conversation continued with this person asking me how old I am and if I'm single and all of these things. Now I assumed it's just some random woman that is lonely and looking for love or something. So I reply with all these things. At the time, I was 17, underage. Okay, wait, no. The age of consent in South Africa is 17, but still underage in my mind. So this was 2 years ago. Right. So we continued to talk until it became apparent that this was a dude, because this dude sent me pictures of him and telling me things he would like to do. So he lived in an area that is not so far off. I'm obviously not going to say, I'm not doxing myself. So he lived in an area that is nearby, telling me that he would be willing to Uber me to that area. Okay, now I'm just in, I would have ended the conversation a long time ago, but I'm just in it for the memes, because I'm just there for the drama, for the spice. So this dude messages me asking me if I want to do all of these things with him. All his previous partners were satisfied and all of these things. Now I make the joke, I charge for my services. and this guy dead ass tells me money is not the problem. That is when I knew he was serious. Now at first, when this dude said he was now gay and all of his previous partners, I thought it was one of my friends that made an account trying to now play a prank or something. Okay, day ends. Next day, I send a screenshot to one of my other friends asking, is this you, bruh? And he's like, no. So, okay, I'm going to save that because that's a bit of a spoiler. So I send this to one of my friends. Let's call him Tom. And then he was like, no. Then we get on the call, we explain our experiences, and Tom has had it worse because the person who had messaged us sent him pictures of what he's actually willing to do, like say gex, just replace the S and the G. He actually
Yeah,
sent him
yeah.
pictures of two men saying gex. So yeah. And then Tom asks me, I thought it was another one of our friends. Let's call him Carl. So we invite Carl to the call, and Carl thought it was one of us. So now the three of us are on the call.
Oh
The,
Oh
no.
my
the three of
lord.
us are on the call wondering who this is. And then when we realize it's not any one of the three of us, we thought it was one of our other friends. Let's call him Adam. So we invite Adam to the call, asking, was this you? And then Adam says, no, he thought it was one of us. So,
Oh my god.
and then something came up. That one person was messaging all four of us at the same time.
Damn, son.
So,
Where'd you
Yeah.
find that?
so we decided, Carl, Adam, and Tom, and myself, we decided to add this person to a WhatsApp group and use him for money. So we added him to a group, and that person sees there's three other people in the group, but he only gets mad at Tom. But it was my idea to do this. So, and we all making a joke. The four of us, we're all on a call making a joke. What if we used him just for money? What if we asked him to buy us a car? And all of these things. So that is my story of the gay pedophile that messaged me on Facebook. It was
That's
a whole
that's
thing.
crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. Bruh.
Oh, and and
Um
and please note, guys, that we, I'm speaking
We
to the
don't
audience
hate gay
right now,
people.
right? We're not like shaming gay people or anything. It's just a funny occurrence that
I don't know why you need
Malik.
to say that. The people aren't that sensitive. Come on now.
Nah,
We
you
have
know,
something
bruh.
to do.
You know there are gonna be those hate comments. Anyways, Maurice, you have anything to share?
yeah, yeah. Bruh. Okay, guys. So you guys know I travel public transport to college, right?
Oh,
Mm.
another college story.
He's continuing his storyline. Yeah, he encounters another mythical being giving him a
Oh,
quest.
oh,
Oh,
I wish it was as fun, guys. I wish it was as fun. So basically, for context, in South Africa, taxis here are like minibuses. So I normally get up 6 o'clock to get in a taxi. So I got in a taxi, expecting to get at college within 2 hours. Arriving early, obviously, at college, because it's still a walk to the college. Um, I got in a taxi, half an hour, half an hour. He's speeding a bit. Taxi's overloading too many people in the taxi. That's already a problem. So we get so we get halfway to the college, and then we get stopped by a traffic cop. Okay, he stops us. He asks the driver for his driver's license. But obviously, he first said all the overloaded people must get out. So we all got out, and then he asked the driver for his license. Guess how old the driver was?
oh,
19.
The driver was 16.
Oh,
you,
wow.
my God.
But okay, not done here this now. First of all, driver didn't have a license. Second of all, driver didn't have a learners. Third of all, driver didn't have a permit to drive a van. Fourth of all, driver was not allowed. It's not even his van to drive at all. So
Damn.
so not only did the van get impounded, I had to walk a 20-minute walk before I got another taxi. Okay.
Damn. That's
Not
That
not just that. I didn't get my money back from the first taxi driver.
That's
So so hear this now. That day I almost made lunch. So that day I wasn't planning on bringing extra money. If I
Alright.
didn't have that, if I didn't have that extra money that day, I'd have been stranded, bro, and I'd have walked all the way to Century, bro.
Damn, that's
and
crazy.
you had no like internet connection to contact
No,
anybody or anything.
bruh, I still owe Celsi airtime.
Yes, I know that. I know he does because always at that time when we didn't have Wi-Fi. Okay, we had the Wi-Fi, but it was like shut down. You know, Maurice used to buy airtime like with actual money at first, and then when he doesn't have money no more, then he starts, bribing something. he start, yeah, and then he starts like buying airtime on Skuld, or how do you say in English? Come on, Malik, you the translator.
I'd like to work for you to work this one out on your own.
No, I don't have the necessary brain
Loan.
cells
It's like
to
you
crack
loaned
that now.
airtime. You loaned airtime. I loaned airtime.
Yeah,
Basically.
basically. And they still out for his blood.
2 years later, by the way.
I bet the employees go to work like, damn, that flippin' Maurice. Cost too much.
Okay,
Damn.
but the story's not done, by the way. Still that same
Right.
day now. Still that same day. So now I'm taking a taxi home. And after this amount of money that I'm paying to take a taxi home, I don't have money anymore. So if I get lost, I'm lost forever, bro. You won't ever see me again. So on this drive home, we get to the closest side. So I'm like 20-minute drive away from our house. So like, okay, we're almost home. I must just survive now. As I think that another car run into the taxi, knocking the rear view mirrors off. One of it on the left hand side. Knocks
What?
that off. Like
The
the mirror on the
same
side.
taxi or the taxi that you're in?
No, the taxi that I'm in now gets knocked by another taxi.
They were buddies.
And then the taxi I'm in almost drove off the road because of it.
Yeah, he mounted the curb.
So then my life flashed before my eyes that day. Man. And then there was a whole argument thing with the drivers, and then they said, "No, we're gonna meet each other there. We're gonna talk now." No, yeah, okay. And then we just drove home, and bruh, when I got home, I was so exhausted from that, and that's all in one day. No? I was so exhausted that day, bruh. Like, yeah, I
When
couldn't.
did this happen? Which day?
Tuesday.
So that was how many days ago was it? The 6th, the second?
You see, easy to lose track, bro.
Man, if
What
only I
day?
had the ability to manipulate time.
What day is it today?
It's Saturday, is it not?
The date, guys, the date.
The 8th.
The date.
You asked which day is it today? What day?
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard which day is it?
Okay, whatever. So you said it's the 8th today, no?
So
Right.
Tuesday, Wednesday. 5 days ago, so the 3rd.
Yeah.
So if you really think about it, the number 3 is just one number off from the number 13. So
Oh my
maybe it was just an
God.
unlucky day.
Shut up, Malik. Shut up.
And
Shut
one
up,
time,
because there's
You're talking
at
nonsense
one
now.
time, I must still tell the story of, I'm going to tell you the story of the number 13 and why it's significant to me. So at what time was this happening? So around 6 a.m. No?
6 to 8 o'clock, yes.
Okay. So if it was at 1 o'clock, then it would be at 1300 hours. Either way, continue.
That's the end of the story.
That's the end. Okay. So the number 13, I already explained this. So the number 13 is associated with being unlucky or lucky. I'm not sure, but I just know it has something to do with luck. Unlucky. I'm just gonna be on the side of unlucky. So why the number 13 is important to me? In South Africa, your parents pressure you to go for your ID card or ID card identification document at the age of 16. So I went at the age of 17. So
Mhm.
I had to wake up at, I think, 4 a.m. to be there at what the home affairs. I don't know how it works in other countries. If you just get details online or anything, but you need to be
Yeah.
there very early so that you can beat other people who are also there very early. So I was like sixth or seventh in line. So
Yeah, right.
I've waited there for like 4 hours, just in line, not even doing the business that I'm there for. So I'm on my phone for that 4 hours. People are getting impatient, obviously, getting cold because we're outside, literally on the pavement. We're undercover, but not like undercover as an undercover agent, but we're undercover protected from the weather, but we're still
Mm.
outside. So we're on the pavement, sitting there on the sidewalks. And then the line is moving. Let's just fast forward a bit. The line is moving, and people are getting pieces of paper. And
Mhm.
I'm still on my phone and I'm wondering what these pieces of paper are for. Now I asked this father and his son in front of me, what is that? What piece of paper is that? I look on the piece of paper and I see it's numbers. Okay. The father tells me, these are like tickets, your tickets for your place in line. And I'm starting to panic because I don't have one and everybody around me has one. Now I ask him, where do I get the one of these tickets? He tells me, go ask the security guard for a ticket. Yeah, okay. I do that. I walk over to the security guard. I ask her, I need a ticket. She tells me, Hai Bobuti, if you don't have a ticket, you need to go back to the line. So I start panicking. I start losing hope. I don't go to the back of the line because it was like minimum like 60 people and each person like takes half an hour to deal with. So you do the math. So if I had to go to the back of the line, I would probably be like maybe 80th or something. So I go back to my place in line because I had left my bag there,
Mhm.
like close to a bench, and the father and the son were like watching my stuff. We were strangers, but you know that connection, that short bond you developed with a stranger in line. So
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
watching
yeah.
my stuff. I go back, and this father asks me, "Did you get a ticket?" Strong African accent. Did you get a ticket? No. For some reason, this man, he goes wild. He like enters a state of rage. Aibo, did you not get a ticket, Bookie? He became my father for the rest of that time. And then he made sure I got a ticket, but his efforts were in vain. I didn't end up getting a ticket, but I'm still thankful for his efforts. So luckily, there was this lady who had to go somewhere. Now there was this thing going around. I don't know how common it is anymore. I'm pretty sure you only need to go once for your identity document. So people would stand in line, get there early, get a ticket number, and then sell those tickets to other people for whoever. So this lady, there was um, it was the father and son behind me, and then a couple of ladies in front of me, ahead of me, directly ahead of me. So there was this other lady that had a hospital appointment to something. I just heard hospital and I need to go somewhere. So this lady gave her ticket to the ladies in front of me, and then she left. So she had been gone for an hour, and in that hour, I was still panicking because I did not have a number or ticket, fearing I would have to go to the back of the line. So that lady leaves. These two ladies also look at me and they become my mothers. Hey, do you also not have a ticket, Booty? And then they like look at me, see I'm like visibly like worried, and they give this lady, the lady that had left to go to the hospital, they give me her ticket, and the number that was on the ticket was the number 13. So unlucky. So yeah.
Oh.
So if I had, so what if that lady hadn't to leave? What if I had not ended up behind those ladies? That father and son. What
And you
would
could have
have
been
been? The
anywhere
number
because there
13.
was, yeah.
Literally hundreds of people there. So
But
the
but
number 13.
let me ask, did you go alone?
Yeah.
Why?
Because everybody else was working. It was a weekday, I'm pretty sure. Was it a week? I just know it was during the week because my father had to go to work, and then we had asked one of my father's friends to drop me there in the morning because he's a officer of the law, so he's obviously going to be up early. So he drops me off there at 4 a.m., 3 a.m. I can't remember the time, but I just know it was still dark out and in the morning. So this guy drops me there. He sits there for like half an hour, just easing me in, and then he leaves. So I was alone there for like a good couple of hours, for like 6 hours. And then my father eventually, at the end of everything, he came, picked me up, and then we left. So I was alone on my own.
Okay.
So that is the number 13. I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna have more occurrences with the number 13. Yeah, that is it.
That was crazy. But so it's basically unlucky and lucky.
Yeah. My new lucky unlucky number.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean
That's
that's
crazy.
why we have Friday the 13th. Friday 13th. Because 13 is probably an evil number and unlucky and so and so.
Bruh, I'm number 13. My house is number 13. Oh no.
And if you times 13 by 2, you get 26, which is my day of birth.
Damn.
And if 1 plus 12 equals 13, then my house is number 1. It all connects.
It was meant to be, boys. It was meant to be.
So is that the story section done, or do we have more stories?
Does anyone have any other occurrences?
Wait, do you guys have any? Because I'll think of some now, because maybe there's something that happened in the past 2 weeks that I can think of.
I do have a question that has nothing to do with stories. So you guys can draw, right? Both of you can draw.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm aware of your abilities. So I always wonder, where do you get inspiration to draw the things that you do?
From artists that we admire. For instance, yeah?
No, you go. It's fine.
Yeah, like for instance, my inspiration was the Pixen. His simple art style. Plus he animates, which is crazy because his art style already looks, clean and genuine. Okay, I don't know if it's a he or a she.
I was about to say now because I follow them on Twitter, but I don't see any like specifically.
Yeah, like pronouns.
You
don't see any pronouns like he or she, So yeah, that he was she was basically my inspiration. The art looked very clean.
They
Yeah.
Because the
um
Pixel, for all we know, could be a group. You never know.
Yeah,
through
like a studio something.
through
Oh,
through through
studio.
with the animation quality, I would believe so.
It's clean, bruh. You can't tell me one person. Okay, with sheer determination and hard work, I guess you can
Yeah.
pull that off by yourself. But man, you'd be burnt out like crazy because the amount of frames in that animations is crazy.
So
Me.
what? Yeah, what? Where does your art inspiration come from? Like, where do you get? What gives you ideas to like draw what you draw? Like every piece of art. Like, how do you decide I'm going to draw this next?
For me, generally, it's basically like I either have a dream of something, or I'll be listening. Like when I draw, I play. Like I don't have any idea in mind what I'm gonna draw. I just feel like okay, I want to draw now. I'll put on like almost that edited audios that they use on TikToks and stuff like that. I'll put on a compilation of that, and then there will be like a scenario in my head of a character, and then I'll visualize the character, and then I'll draw the character. That's
I
basically.
see.
Yeah. So I really think your ability to fitma like really contributes to like your ideology of like how do I say it? Yeah, like your ability to fitma just helps your idea process. I,
Mm,
I don't know how to put it to
Mm,
word.
creativity
I
process.
Yeah, your creative process. So I
Yeah,
think the ability to fitma just like helps a lot when it comes to drawing.
but also I haven't drawn in like 4 days now, probably because of college. But like when I come home, I'm just so stressed and tired because I'm literally in front of a monitor every day. So I don't even have list to like go on my phone sometimes. I'll just lay and sleep all day.
Same with me.
How?
Same with me. I fell off a bit. You know, I can confidently say I didn't draw a thing in 2 weeks now. So I don't know. You get writer's block. Do you get drawing
Mm,
block also?
Artist
artist block.
block.
There we go. Yeah. So I guess I'm experiencing that. But
Yeah.
if you are a friend of mine, you know me. I try out a lot of things. Like for now, I'm again
Cocaine addiction.
trying music production. You know.
Yeah.
So
Wait,
I guess
before
that's the norm now.
before we move on, since you're on the topic of art, I have to bring this up. So there was a time when I slept over by Zayd's house.
Oh
So
no. I know already what you're gonna say.
so so Zayd was drawing. We were both drawing. Like his family was over and stuff. They were outside, so we were drawing inside. So I was drawing. So obviously, when I draw, Zayd has the enthusiasm to draw as well. So he was drawing. So obviously, I'm a bit more talented, but obviously Zayd's not bad. But the thing is, Zayd will like ask me because I'm knowledgeable on certain things. He'll be like, "Is this
Yeah,
right
yeah.
or does it look right?" So it goes. There's like a 30 minutes pause. We don't talk to each other. We just doing, but we're in the same room. We vibing. Then Zayd looks at me. I see him look at me. He looked back at his phone. The first thing he asked me, "Don't laugh." So now something builds up inside of me. The moment Zayd tells me, "Don't laugh," it's gonna make me want to laugh because I know it's something stupid. So now, what he meant "don't laugh at" is because of the drawing of how it looked. So I was like, okay, it's funny, but it's not that bad. What killed me is when he zoomed out and it was so small. Like he was so far zoomed into the image he was drawing. And he zoomed out, the confusion in his face. The confusion in his face. He couldn't understand why. And I just died. Like I was
Maurice
dead that
almost
day.
died that day. Maurice was
I,
busy dying that day.
I was coughing, bruh. I was coughing. The tears was not stopping falling down my face. Yeah. That's the experience I'll never forget. That's the
He
experience
was,
I'll never forget.
he was passing away, literally.
To the point
Yeah,
where Zayd's mother came in to ask if I was alright.
and we have a lot of those incidents, where one of us almost kills the other with laughter, like for instance, when I was at
I knew you were gonna bring this up.
bro, I I slept over at Maurice's house, right? I slept over at his house, right? So, Maurice, I think we were watching YouTube. What were we watching on YouTube? Some
I think,
opening.
but I don't think we were really watching TV because we were just talking and the TV was just playing in the background.
Yeah, so out of nowhere, there's a silence. And Maurice looks to me and he says, bruh, I have something to show you that is going to slay you. It's going to kill you. And then he proceeds to give me options. He asked me, do you want to see it later? Or do you want to see it now? and mind you, I'm already starting to build up inside, I'm building up this force inside me. Like, I'm already starting to giggle. And I know whenever one of us says, you're going to die, you are going to die. Because it's definitely something funny. Right? And then I told him, okay, show me rather later. But as I'm sitting there, I'm like, I want to see it now. So I told him, okay, no, wait, show me now rather. Right? Maurice tells me, follow me. Okay, I'm following him. We end up in his bedroom, right? He tells me, don't relax.
Whoa.
It's not that
Relax,
Malik already.
Hey.
You made it weird.
Whoa.
Anyway, he tells me, don't. Relax, Malik.
Just pulls down his pants.
Anyways, you tell me.
I took a turn for the worst one.
Malik, don't give people fanfic ideas, bro. Don't give fanfic.
It's always Malik. It's always Malik. Damn it. Anyway, he tells me, don't look yet. Face the wall. Right? And I'm, bruh, relax. Chill out. It's not like that, bruh. Anyway, I'm starting to laugh.
Showing each other because we were bros.
Nah, man, nah. Anyway, I'm starting to laugh already. It's building up. It's about to explode.
Whoa.
I knew it. I did that.
You said that on purpose.
I did that on purpose. I said it on purpose just to see your action. Anyway, I'm laughing already. And he's busy rustling around there in the background. and he takes out a pair of shoes, right? And he hands me the shoes, right? And I'm preparing myself to look down. And I look down and I look at these shoes. Oh my lord. You know those off-brand shoes, like they would say it's Nike. It's a Nike shoe, but it's not the logo. It's not the actual Nike logo, and it's something else. But
it's
now
these shoes, nice.
Yeah. So he handed me these shoes and I looked down, and according to Maurice, actually according to the shoe, it was a Jordan, right? It was a pair of Jordans. And I didn't see
J's.
Anyway, I didn't see any Jordan logo anywhere, bruh. I was confused because the only logo that was there was a letter J. And and the shoe said Jordan. It literally spelled out the whole name Jordan across the shoe. And I lost it. I couldn't understand what the heck what I'm holding. And I just
He
died.
collapsed, my bro. He collapsed.
I crashed, bruh. My system rebooted. My soul left my body. It signed a contract with someone, bruh. I was busy dying at that shoes. And look, the thing is, what makes it funnier is the fact that Maurice didn't pick out those shoes. According to him, he said that his mother bought it, and I can understand. I mean, mothers, they don't know that much about brands and things, you know. I mean, they don't even care, right? And then, yeah, according to him, his mother bought it for him, and he was excited because she said Jordans, right, Maurice?
The thing is, now, I was at home. Now, it's Christmas. I told her, she'd asked me, she's already by the place where they sell shoes. Now, it's the original place. It's quite trustworthy because I bought all my other techies there. So I say,
Right.
"You want shoes?" So I tell her, "Nah, buy me." Yeah. What you gonna buy? What? Like I didn't want to buy something that's too expensive. So she said, "Nah, there's a pair of Jordans here." So I'm like, "Oh, Jordans is it?" So she says, I ask her, "Is it a good price?" She said, "Yeah, very good price. It's only like 1,000, under 1,000, something like that." Oh, okay, that's good. And then she buy that. But when she came home and I saw the box, I'm like, I asked her, "What is that? Your shoes?" She said, "No, this is yours." So you know when you take something, you don't say anything, no? But I take it, no? I run to my room, I investigate how I take out the box. I open the box, I look at the shoes. Now, Malik, you know how black Air Forces look, no?
Uh-huh.
It's a Jordan black Air Force.
What?
It's a black Air Force now with the Jordan logo, but it's not even the Jordan logo, it's just a J. And you know I knew it was fake. You know the sole part of the shoe, no? You know how school shoes, the sole part of the shoe, and instead of the size with the circle. It looked like that, maybe, bro. And that's when I knew, nah, that's a jet shoe, maybe, bro. This isn't the original, maybe. So now every day, my mommy, I don't want to tell her, my bro, because I know she's gonna get mad. So now every day she tell me, "Maurice, why didn't you go to college with your new shoes? You was walking in." So now I tell her, "Nah, fine. I'm gonna walk with my broken, what's it now? Again, Vans. I'm gonna walk with my Vans. It's fine." Now every time she say, "Maurice, why can't you use schoenen dra?" I was no, when you gonna wear shoes? I was no, it's fine, mommy. I will wear it one day. Don't worry.
What do you fake J's? J Force ones.
Fake Air Force Ones and fake Jordans.
Bruh, I died that day.
And all Zayd, I still try to fix it by adding the Katsuki symbols and stuff.
Oh my god, I forgot that part. When I investigated the shoes further, and I saw there was like a faded drawing of the Akatsuki symbol of Naruto, I lost it. That finished me, bruh. That finished me. That was the sugar on top. That was the cherry on top, bruh.
You know, Zayd didn't tell me that. Now, you know, I saw him now. I looked at him. He looked at the shoe, and I must have a hoodie of the Akatsuki stuff. So now I just look at him, look at the shoe, and then look at the jacket, and then look at the shoe, and look at the jacket, and he looks at me. Anyways, Maurice, did you try to draw the logo on the shoe? And then I was, yeah. And then that man died, bro. That man, he couldn't anymore. His legs gave out.
And I'm confident that Maurice didn't wear that shoes ever. He didn't even try it on. I bet you he don't even know if it fits him because that shoes look new. It's new. It's brand new.
Bruh, my feet did not touch that shoes, bro. Let me tell you that. I didn't even get a whiff of the shoes.
Now you need to put a picture up in the video of it.
Yes, you have to.
Anyways, guys, if you guys are looking for new pair of Jordans, fresh off the market, I could sell you some of you. Just let me know in the description down below, okay? Or the comments down below.
Bro, we'll ship it to you. Whoever wants it, we'll ship it.
We'll ship it to you. It's a limited edition, first gen.
Oh,
you put
my
your
God.
feet in the shoes, you start walking it, make the Squidward walking sound.
Nah, bruh. But I was so disgusted in those shoes, bruh.
Whoever made that, my God.
They must be ashamed
My
of
God.
themselves, my bro.
You're
So
really
it just
legit,
looks like
bruh.
black Air Force Ones with a J.
And I was audacity to say Jordan on the side, my bro.
The full name, bruh. Not even the logo of the man jumping. Not even that. The whole name.
And you know what made it worse, my bro? You know what made it worse? I
Yeah.
didn't get any presents, my bro. That was my present for Christmas.
Damn. And if your cousin saw that, bruh, you wouldn't
Bruh.
hear the end of it.
Bruh, I was planning on hiding it enough from you when you came over. But then I thought, nah, he's gonna die from this. Let me show him, man. Let me show him.
I'm glad you didn't hide it, bruh. Yo.
Now,
I was.
now, Zayd, imagine I must go to like a private college where there's a lot of people wear original and quiet stuff. No? Imagine I come there with that on me, bro.
Everyone stop you to interview you.
My bro, I'd be dead, bruh. I'd be the laughing stock, maybe.
Yeah, Malik. That's what happened, my guy. That's what happened. Do you have anything similar to share? Where is Malik?
I think he left the building.
Where did he really?
I heard the door open.
That was not part of the script, guys. Anyway, did I tell you the story of how the mice joined us at Maurice's house? Did I tell you guys that story?
You have to tell that, bro. That it's like they live with us, bro.
But it's like their residence. It's like they pay rent. It's like they pay everything that needs to be paid when the resident moves in. It's crazy, bro. Where's Malik? He has to hear this. I want him to hear this.
That's man. I'll just say intermission for this part because I'm not gonna cut this out. It's too much work. I'm gonna say intermission part.
Okay. Yeah, that works out. That works out.
Because we started like I think 10 minutes in or 5 minutes in. So it's basically it's an hour, but not yet.
Testing.
There he is.
He's back.
Yeah. So another 6 minutes, 10 minutes. Then it's 8 minutes.
Now this next story won't be long. Don't worry. Right. That same weekend that I spent at Maurice's house with the shoe incident, right? We had some company, right? And it wasn't human. It was, in fact, mice, right? Now, but you could see it wasn't like full-grown mice. It was like, babies.
Wait, I thought you said it wasn't human. What did you say? It was humid.
No, it wasn't human. The company we had wasn't human. It was mice.
Oh, I see.
Right? And the mice wasn't even, they weren't even that big. It was like, I could squash it in my hand. It's not really a handful, It's like really tiny, but you can still spot them from a mile, Anyway, me and Maurice, we're just vibing, watching YouTube in the lounge, and occasionally we'd spot this brown thing in the corner of our eyes, and I'd ask Maurice, "Did you see that?" And then and he'd acknowledge, like, "Yeah, you did see that." And then I was like, "Okay." That was the first occurrence, right? And then we watched on, and I saw something again in the corner of my eye. This time, jumping against the curtain. And I take a closer look, and I see this small mice. And it was so magical, no? At that moment. It's just like I was documenting the life of a mouse. And he was just being a mouse. Like, I've never seen that before. I've never investigated a mouse before. I've just seen like mice run past me, or you never see them again. or until later. But that mouse was having the time of his life. He was trying to climb that curtain, bruh. And I told Maurice, look over there. And then Maurice jumped, almost like the mouse was on him. And then
Because I was on the same couch.
Right? And then I remember we threw something at it. What did you throw at it? Was it you that threw it?
Yeah, I threw a sanitizer bottle.
Right. And then I think that was the shot that made him a bit dizzy. Because we didn't see him after that. I think Lil Buddy was laying down for a few. Because that was on target, right? Later that day, we go to the kitchen and we were about to make us lunch, right? And Maurice is ahead of me, but I have a full view of the kitchen. And I look over to the corner on the table and I see this mouse start accelerating and he jumps and he for a second he starts flying and he falls down behind the fridge. Bruh,
Is it that mouse that dove?
Yes, that mouse that dove. In fact, that mouse that dove.
And it's just your bah.
And you hear the impact it made when it hit the floor. I don't know what it hit, but it hit something very hard. That was a magical moment. I will never forget that. That was crazy. Like even your mom for a second she started laughing because it started getting too much. They were up and personal.
Remember when my mom was sitting on a chair and she said the mouse is inside the chair?
Yeah, that was crazy. Wow. I mean, imagine a mouse does that. You are clearly in that area. And the chair wasn't even far from your mother. And he decided to play by the chair.
And I had to spray doom from the one end so the mouse could jump out.
he didn't see that coming. What did you say?
Do those insect sprays even kill mice?
No, it intoxicates them. It intoxicates them, but it doesn't kill them.
Yeah, it just makes him a bit dizzy.
It kills a lizard though.
Damn, a lizard is an insect. But mice are really a problem. We don't really have them in the house. You would just hear them running in the ceiling.
But the mice here don't care, bruh. Or the mice here don't care, bruh.
Yeah, there was some other type of breed, bruh.
When Zayd moved the couch, the mice ran towards him, bruh.
Yeah, that was crazy. He lunged at me. And being startled as I was, I jumped out of the way. So he probably thought he had the edge against me, you know? So he started getting more confident. But that was crazy, bro.
Have you thought about like just chasing a mouse and then catching it and keeping it?
Bruh, that thing is fast. I don't know about all mice in general, but that one that was at Maurice's residence was crazy fast. It was crazy fast, bruh. Yeah.
Damn. But those glue traps work an insane amount. Like how is the glue so strong? Is the glue like just strong or is the mouse just weak?
Nah, the glue is strong.
I think it's because the mouse have ferment, so their fur sticks like onto the glue and it's hard for them to break free.
The tails.
Yeah. My granny told me a story once of how she caught a big mouse, according to her, in a glue trap. And the way she described it was kind of traumatizing because she said the mouse was shouting and he was ripping his limbs off, apparently, and the fur, trying to get away from, out of the glue trap.
I've actually seen it. Because there was a mouse by my house that got stuck in the trap. And I didn't hear it, no, but one morning when I woke up and I walked in the kitchen, I just see, it's mostly in the middle of the kitchen, I just see this mouse's face, all of the skin of its face is off, and it's just laying on the side, on the trap.
Dang.
But I think cats are the most efficient mouse trap. Because have you ever seen the insides of a mouse, like the mouse guts?
No.
Never? I had to in my sister's room there was a dead mouse. At the time, we obviously had a cat. So I didn't know what it was at first. I switched the light on and I just saw a dead mouse. Walk a bit, look over, I see its stomach is ripped open and you can like see its intestines and stuff. Now
Yeah.
you know that internal conflict of do I do something or do I just leave it for the next person? Now
Yeah.
I I just had enough and I decided I'm just gonna get rid of this mouse. I'm not gonna throw it in like a bin or anything. So I walk out of a room, walk into the toilet, grab a piece of toilet paper, grab it by the tail, and then I walk outside and I want to throw it over the wall, but I didn't throw it like hard enough. So I threw it against the wall and then it made that sound. It made that slight sound. And then I had to walk over and pick it up again and then lob it over the wall. All while the intestines are hanging out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nah.
And then
Low,
where it was laying in my sister's room, there was like mouse juice. So I had to clean that up.
dang. Low body didn't have a nice day. Your cat had a party, didn't he?
And left
She
some pieces over me, bro.
That's
cats
crazy.
me.
Yeah, Lucy especially. The cat I got from Malik a few years ago. She was a kitten at the
How many
time.
years ago was that?
I don't even know, bruh. Well, I think we were. What was I? Grade 8? We were in 8th grade. 8th grade, I think.
2017.
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
So
basically.
we were what, 13, 14. So that was, damn, 6 years ago.
I was 14, yeah.
It can't be 6 years ago. What the hell?
It is
Yep.
actually 6 years ago.
You have Lucy for 6 years.
Yep, and she's still going strong. Still a handful, but she's still going strong.
What? I don't believe it's 6 years. Is it really 6? It can't be 6 years. Where did the time go?
Yep. Don't bring
That's
up
how-
that topic. I don't wanna start crying. I don't wanna feel emotional, please.
That's how I feel whenever I realize. That's how I feel when I realize, yo, I'm turning 20 this year, guys.
Damn. Crazy.
And Lucy was the first kitten to come out. Her mother, at the time, my sister and I still shared a room, bunk beds. So I was in the top bunk, she was at the bottom bunk, and then our cat was pregnant at the time. So she jumped on my sister's bed, was giving birth. There was something hanging out of her, and she's jumping all over the place on the bed. My sister wakes up, runs out of the room, runs into my parents' room, wakes my mother up, telling her there's something wrong with the cat, something is hanging out of her. I jump off the top bunk. Now I see the cat is almost fully out. My mother runs in the room, grabs the mother, puts her in the bathtub so that she can give birth in the bath while she prepares like a place for the cat and the kittens. And pushes the first cat out, which is Lucy, and she jumps out of the bath with the cat and tries to jump back on my sister's bed. She probably saw that as a comfortable place to give birth. So she jumps out of the bath. My mother puts her back in while she's holding the first cat, Lucy, in her mouth. And I'm just watching everything. I don't know what is happening. And then she eventually my mother left her, and like after she jumped out of the bath, she's busy giving birth. Mother left her, and then the cat realized, okay, I can't go jump on the bed because they're gonna take me off again. And then she just gives birth there on the bathroom floor. And then all the cats are coming out and everything. It was a whole experience, and then I'm just
It's a whole
watching
event.
everything like what is going on.
Dang.
And then on the topic of cat birth, I have another story. It was like, I think last year, 2 years ago, we had a cat. For some reason, we've been only getting female cats. This cat was also pregnant, and then she's busy giving birth on a pillow in my mother's room on the floor. It's a big pillow, not on the bed. So she's busy giving birth. Okay, now I'm used to cat birth now because I've seen it before. Now I'm sitting there making sure everything is going right. 2 cats come out, still in the sack. I'm sure you know, like you see the sack the child is in the
Yeah.
stomach.
Mm.
Now 2 of the cats came out still in the sack, and I'm starting to worry. The first cat that came out, the sack was already broken, so there was no problem there. All I had to do was like just maybe move the sack a little so the cat could come out. And then the second one, the cat was still like fully in the sack, not breathing, not responsive or anything, not like moving. It's like a little baby stuck in a see-through balloon. Now I'm starting to worry. But I don't know how, but I thought quickly. I ran into my room, I go fetch a needle, or a baby pin rather, and I poke a hole in the sack, and I like cut a line and then pull it open, and then the cat just starts breaking out of it and starts meowing or crying, and then that is how I saved the cat's life, a kitten's life.
Dang.
Yay.
Yo, imagine you didn't do that.
And the
Yeah.
cat is, and it's just stationary there. It's just not moving at all, and I'm worrying because that is the first cat birth that I know what is happening, and I know if that cat is not going to make it, it's just. And the cat that I saved was one of the fluffiest kittens I've ever seen. So I'm glad I saved that kitten.
Man, that's crazy.
Malik's a hero, yo.
He's a hero. He's a MC.
And the afterbirth that was on the pillow was just left there for a few days. I'm glad it didn't see that it looked like a piece of, like not a piece, a whole human liver laying on the pillow, so that didn't look the best. It was unsightly.
Dang.
And
Ah.
sad we have to end the podcast on the note of disgusting things. Human cat liver.
Now I'm sure they're still laughing at the Jordans.
I really hope Maurice puts a picture up because I want to see how it looks.
You better, Maurice.
I'll either put a picture up on video or in the group.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, I was.
So
Are we doing an outro?
Zayd must do the outro.
yep, I'm doing the
Sorry.
outro. It's my time. So guys, that has been the Mixed Feelings podcast. I have been your host, Zayd Mitchell, the guy that is not on cocaine, and I wasn't ever on cocaine. I'm gonna say it again. Anyway, with my co-hosts, Maurice and Malik, and we will see you in the next one.
Hopefully.
Bye-bye.
Don't die. Please. No, don't die. You're so sexy.
Okay, say bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.